So, in our way, the Inner Heyoka, we're taught to test 3 times. And we're taught, first off, if it's morally correct, what you see or whatnot, is morally correct and causes no man harm, the chances are very great it is of the great Creator. Doesn't guarantee it, but the chances are it's very great. So we test 3 times. And in that testing we find out if at any time something that I recall seeing or something wavers, just wavers in my thoughts, then I just tell them, go stick it in the mud. You know, make up your mind, dude. Because I don't think it's of the Creator. And there's a number of times over the many years that I managed to struggle on this planet that, well, the scripture says he, meaning Lucifer, the dark one, can come as an angel of light. And I've seen that happen. And in the testing, the 3-way testing, often it would either waver if it's not of the Creator, or blink off would go the sight of the Christ-like, angelic-like, Christ-like being that any would accept to be Jesus. But because I test, I learned that there's times that it's not who you think it is. And I would suggest that you test 3 times too. If it wavers or disappears, it's not of that. If it's morally correct and causes man no harm, it's a very good chance what you're seeing is of the Creator. But you must check that. All right, in 72, 74, I went on a 69-day fast. Now, people had jumped all over me and said, oh, this guy's full of bull, he's a liar. He'd be dead. Well, they don't read what I've got on my website. I tell them flat out, I took vitamins and juices. Now, period. Get that in your head. Don't say I'm full of bull because I made the statement I fasted 69 days. I fasted nothing, no solid food past my lips. And I ended up at 179 pounds. I lost 79.5 pounds during this fast. And gives you an idea, I was a pretty big man at the time. But somewhere along in that fast, in the 40-day area, 40-day period between the 40th and 50th day, I started seeing something. Now this is why I'm walking about, you know, just doing my daily life. And suddenly the vision came, and it didn't stun me to the point where I had to sit down just to watch. I could just go about doing what I'm doing. Split. Seeing what I'm seeing and seeing what I need to see to get the day's work done and chores done. But it constantly split of 2 minds. And didn't go on very long. An hour maybe, that first time. And then it stopped. And then the next day, bang, it came again, leaving where it had stopped, or starting where it stopped. Give me a little tiny bit of the background of the ending of the day before. Kind of a reintroduction, and then continued on for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half the second day. And then it stopped. And the third day it occurred again, until I had, over the 3-day period, I had this great scene. And it was nothing that I wanted to see. I really wish he'd quit this. At least give it to somebody else. But what I see has got to be shared. That's why he's given it to me, and I've had the opportunity to talk around the world on the radio and stuff. And he set all that up too. But I sure wish he'd give this to somebody else. Oh, God in heaven, how I wish that. But anyway, don't say men don't cry. I consider myself a man. Folks, what I was showing during those 3 days was so horrible that when it flooded in, all I wanted to do was cry and go out and literally throw up. I didn't, but it was there again. Like the first time and the other 3 times he showed it. But, like I said, out there with my tobacco, I said, nevertheless, your will be done, Father. And it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. And for some strange reason, he picked this old twit. But nevertheless, bricks holding up buildings that lie empty. This all I saw before it happened. Now I'll get kind of orientated because the great vision just showed things that covered overall. It didn't say this day this will happen, that month that will happen, that year that will happen. It was just over a period of time. I couldn't tell you for sure what would be first, what would be next, what would be last. But I can sure tell you what I saw. I saw a drought so big, so big. Like, I don't know, in the 20s or whatever it was, when everybody was leaving their farmland and going to California just to survive. Just drought, winds, dry, hot. Oh my gosh, it was hot. No plants. During this uprising of the drought was the uprising of insects, locusts if you want, grasshoppers otherwise. Big ones, like that, you know, pretty colors. Kind of, I guess you'd call them a Texas grasshopper. Huge mouths, real, and they exist right now in certain areas of the USA. I've seen them. I mean, not just in vision, but I've held them in my hand. And little grasshoppers and ants and bugs. Every kind of insect that eats a green thing was eating anything that they could find that existed, that they could even call used to be green. And there was no food for us because of this drought, and our children are starving to death. Little kids, tummies extended, like the adults you see at Holocaust movie things. Like in Africa, you see these little kids with big eyes, but they were our children, they were not an African. This time, folks, Africa's coming here. Lots of bugs, lots and lots of bugs. Lots of drought, strange weather. And you know, this is being filmed in March, I think it is, of 2005, right at the beginning. And you know, our weather is just wacko. I saw it long before it was wacko. I see great, at this time in the vision, great snowstorms, great ice, great cold.